Today, I would like to say that we are very fortunate to have with us Major General BPS Bhakuni, who was the former commandant of the Selection Center South in Bangalore.
After going through the selection process, today we are going to cover the interview process. What happens in the interview? You know, there are three independent legs. The psychologist who sees your personality through those various tests independently. There is a GTO who checks you, observes you on the ground in the various activities and sees your OLQs there in the ground. And the interview, which is Manasa, Vacha and Karmana. This is a Vacha where there is a dialogue takes place between you and the interviewing officer, and he assesses you in the interview. And the interview takes place for good about 30 to 40 minutes. But let me tell you, some cases, in my own experience also, it has gone beyond 1 hour. I remember a couple of cases where 1 hour, 10 minutes where I had to stop because chap is borderline, neither here or nor there. And we have to be very sure whether to pass him or fail him. Until the time we are sure about it, we will not let him go. So interview process, as you can see, the aim of the interview officer is what? What the IO is looking for. He is looking for a potential candidate. A potential candidate who can become an officer. And how does he find a potential candidate? Through those 15 officer-like qualities. Okay? Basically your overall personality, which includes your abilities, your knowledge and your experience. Okay? Understood? And thereafter your interpersonal, how you are with your friends, how you are with your family, how do you behave in various situations. Through various probing questions he will be able to find out, and of course your communication skills is very handy. When he is interviewing you, how do you communicate various situations, questions which is going to pose before you matters a lot. And last but not the least, the interviewing officer has your PIQ. What is the PIQ? PIQ is your actual live performance. How I have done in the various classes, 10th, 12th, what percentage of marks you have got, what are your extracurricular activities, what are you doing at present, how has been your performance in the past. You can't hide it. Readily he has got that. And that's the performance of the past. And what are you doing now? And based on your past, he is now, after the interview, he is able to predict how you are going to be in future, whether you are a suitable candidate for the armed forces or not. Is that understood? And very quickly you can go through these important points. When you go, please dress formally. Some people go in a very funny dress which distracts the interviewing officer. I'm not saying you have to buy some new clothes or something, just a proper formal dress which you understand. And certain points which I have listed, only 2-3 of them I am going to repeat, remaining you can note down. Basically remain calm and cool, avoid anxiety. Anxiety is natural, let me tell you, when you are going for an interview. Anybody will get little anxious, but how you are able to control your anxiety matters a lot. Listen carefully, okay? And do not rush with the answer and be confident. Once you do this course, towards the end, you will find yourself far more confident and you will be able to handle any interview in your life. That is assured to you. And think before you speak. Be truthful and honest. It's important. You can't lie. Let me tell you, the interviewing officer can see through you. Okay? Know your strengths and weaknesses. You must know about yourself. The key to success in the interview is communication skill, confidence, and your knowledge. These are some important points. You must make a note of it. Now, what happens in the Service Selection Board? Let me tell you, the interview is personality based. That is one. And it is a semi-structured interview. Now, what do you mean by semi-structured interview? The questions are pre-decided, let me tell you. Questions are the same one. You all will know that, particularly all those who are going for the first time, they will ask you only questions which can be bracketed under 4 heads. And through that, they will take out numerous probing questions, because they have got your PIQ also. They will ask you a number of questions, and they may put you under pressure also, but ask you some questions which are very difficult to answer. So it is a semi-structured interview where questions are more or less pre-decided. Now I am going to tell you what are these questions. They are under 4 heads, as you can see here. The first thing, the moment you enter his office, it is the duty of the interviewing officer to make you comfortable. So he will ask you very common and general questions so that you are at ease with yourself. Till the time you are not at ease yourself, you are not able to answer or speak your heart out. He will ensure that you come, you relax, you sit. So he will ask you, which place do you belong to? How did you come to this place? Like, how have you done in your stage 1? Normal questions. Aim is to make you at ease. There may be 2-3 questions. The moment you are at ease, then he will start the interview process. Okay? So this is called rapport building. Now the second thing thereafter is the first question. He will make an opening remark. Okay, Ranjan, now we are going to talk more about you, and the first question will be invariably about yourself. He will ask you about you, your educational performance, your extracurricular performance, your subjects you like the most, your friend circle, and the teachers whom you like the most and whom you do not like, and why. What is your future plan, and what all competitive examination after 12th if you have appeared before. And based on this, he may ask you some probing questions will emerge automatically based on your answers. Then he may go a little deeper inside. Along with your answers and comparing it with your EIQ, he will be able to formulate these questions and you may have to answer those. Okay? The second question is invariably about your home, your family, what kind of relationship you share with your parents, your brothers, how do you pass your time at home, what do you do in your neighborhood friends, etc. It's always about the family, your role in the family. He may ask you some probing questions. What 3 qualities you like in your parents, or what qualities you would like to emulate, who is your role model in your family, and all those probing questions you will ask. The second question is invariably about your family. Okay? Now what is the third question? The third question is about your hobbies and spare time activities. What hobbies you have? How do you pass your time? What do you do with your social media and internet? And all these questions he is going to ask you in question 3. Okay? And here comes the people who are employed, like the army people or anybody in the civil industry or corporate. He may ask you some questions about your job. How much you are earning, how did you get this job, etc. Okay? And the last question will be on your pluses and minuses, and some general knowledge questions, some questions about your subjects. He will check on your general awareness. The last question is about that. So, gentlemen, remember, the questions in the SSB are very simple. Yes, the probing questions sometimes may be very tricky, because to judge your personality, he has to go deep down. And the last question about the general awareness, about your pluses and minuses, your good qualities, bad qualities. So he may go into detail on this, whether you are a suitable candidate for the armed forces or not. So remember, the questions process in the armed forces is very simple, but there may be a change. If you are a repeater, he may change the order. He may not go through the usual sequence because you are quite used to the selection board. He may start off with, okay, what is your attempt, what happened, why do you think you did not make it in the last attempt? He may ask you thereafter from your family and ask you about your hobbies and come back to your question number 1, that is your education and about your extracurricular performance later. Is that understood? So remember, this interview process in the armed forces is semi-structured, more or less decided. You will know what is coming, and based on your PIQ, you should be ready to answer the questions which may be posed by him. It will be about your subjects, about your hobbies, about the general awareness, and all those questions. Thank you. Thank you very much.